stadium. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer here in the room. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we're checking with her right now.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. But he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. Deep in the end zone, it's Hawkins. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Smith takes the handoff. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. On the move. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
They're going to field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Simmons. They'll run the screen. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Let's talk a little bit about Missouri. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They'll give it to Hardy. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run.
Set to kick this one off.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson gonna throw it. On the move. Unleashes one. Left side, it's Hawkins. Snags it and he's open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Out wide right, it's Marshall. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Razorbacks!
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You gotta like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Missouri's offense heads out and ready to go. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, for go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Out wide left, it's Hardy. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Running inside, it's Hardy. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And It really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
Got an alley. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gets the back moving. Just going to keep it after the snap. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Jackson will throw. Under pressure. Caught. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the grab. Turns it on at midfield. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. The give is to Smith. Makes one man miss. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Still looking. On the move, he fires. Left side is Marshall. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. The offense will gladly take a fresh setter downs after the penalty. On the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Making the adjustment on the play. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Got a man in the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Crosses the 45, turning it on, the 20, the 10, touchdown Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and now 18 on the season.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Send that offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Intercepted. A 1st-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Missouri! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. There's no question this team is reeling, down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Jackson gonna throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Got his man. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Razorbacks in the hurry-up.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. Touchdown, Arkansas! On the sideline, got it in the end zone.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Out wide left, it's Lee. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Here's Simmons to throw. Moving out to the right. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. This time it's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Hardy. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Looking to throw at Simmons. Left side is Harris. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Simmons from the gun on third down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Has to throw it away on third down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Sends it back in motion. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Jackson will throw. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Dead center perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Man, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the Miami University Redhawks. And it's Texas A&M trying to push that win streak to 9 in a row. This team knows exactly who they are. They've taken on the identity of that head coach, and they are a serious contender. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the...
There he goes! He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
On the return, it's Watkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. From the gun, it's Russell. He's got the first down. Still on his feet at the 45. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the... And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Hits inside, it's Hardy. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun on third down, Simmons. Soft spot in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Simmons. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
To throw, it's Simmons. Quickly to the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Hardy again. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Extending the play. Going to try to get it himself. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. There he goes. He's past the marker. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. We've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Run inside. It's Russell. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And, man, he really hasn't been the problem today. How about that? He's rushed for over 100 yards, another big chunk play on the ground. They've continued to be able to run the football well, but here now in the second half, you've built yourself a deficit. I wonder how many more runs they got in him. They got to open this passing attack up and make some big plays.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
This time on target. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Quarterback keeps it. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Stepping to the right. Fires on the move. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Snapped on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Coming out with it, it's Watkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Jackson gonna throw it. Keeping his eyes downfield. He turns it loose to the left. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers and he's been productive and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Russell. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to get it through the air. A strike downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Out wide left, it's Lockwood. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. He'll take it himself. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
This should be the last play of the quarter. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They're all over him. This time he's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Fires toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Here's some daylight. Oh, he's got some space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Throwing Simmons. Back's got it on the screen. Makes his man miss. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Finds a spot in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me that...
Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
2nd and long here. Straight ahead, it's Roberts. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on 3rd. Fires to the big fella. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. The door looked slammed shut in this one, but that last interception may be just the slightest crack in opening here. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Motion from the wide receiver. Moving the pocket, it's Hill. Rush right in his face. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Second down, gonna throw it. On the move. Trying to make magic with his feet. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident, not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself,
trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Looking downfield, it's Hill. Unleashes one deep. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Here comes the heat. He'll throw it. Left side, it's Russell. Snags it, and there's running room. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the red zone, looking for a space. Turns it upfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun. Rush is on. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline. And
all right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Got to make the play on 4th. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. He's looking to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They're going to run it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Look out! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Back to pass, it's Hill. Rolls right. Gets rid of it. Touchdown, Razorbacks! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Moves to his right. He's going to take off. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Finds his man on the RPO. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Here's Simmons to throw. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Driving forward, it's Hardy. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Sets his feet, it's Simmons. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw one first. Under pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. It's really easy to get caught.